Ever heard the one about your phone exploding if you leave it charging overnight? Or that more megapixels automatically mean better photos? Well, get ready because today we're busting some of the biggest tech myths out there. We'll separate fact from fiction, sprinkle in a little humor, and by the end, you'll be a savvy tech myth buster. Let's start with a classic. More megapixels equals better photos. We've all seen the marketing, right? 48 megapixels, 108 megapixels. Sounds impressive. But here's the thing, megapixels are just one part of the picture. Pun intended. Quality of a photo depends on many factors, like the size of the sensor, the lens, and the software processing. So unless you're planning to print a billboard, that 48 megapixel camera might not make as big a difference as you think. It's the quality of the pixels, not just the number, that matters. So don't fall for the hype. Next up, and I'm sure you've heard this one, you need to close apps to save battery life. Sounds logical, right? Fewer apps running means less battery drain. But in reality, most modern smartphones are pretty smart when it comes to managing resources. When an app is in the background, it's basically put into a low power state. So closing it actually uses more energy when you reopen it. Who would have thought, right? So save yourself the hassle. Just let your phone do its thing. Here's one for all the Wi-Fi warriors. Public Wi-Fi is totally safe if you don't log into anything important. Well, I hate to break it to you, but public Wi-Fi is like the Wild West of the internet. Even if you're just browsing memes, someone could still intercept your data. Ever heard of a man-in-the-middle attack? It's when someone sneaks between you and the Wi-Fi network, potentially grabbing your info as it flies by. So unless you're using a VPN to encrypt your connection, be cautious. It's not just your email password at risk. It could be anything you're doing online. Okay, this one's been around since the dawn of smartphones. Charging your phone overnight will damage the battery. Here's the truth. Modern smartphones are smart. They're designed to stop charging when the battery is full, so you're not frying your phone while you're asleep. Sure, long-term heat can affect battery life, but leaving it plugged in overnight every now and then, not going to kill your battery. So sleep tight. Your phone's got this. Now let's talk about antivirus software. Some folks will tell you you don't need antivirus on a Mac. Let me clear this one up. While it's true that Macs are less targeted than Windows PCs, they're not invincible. Macs can still get malware, especially with phishing attacks or malicious downloads. So yes, a Mac is a bit like Superman, but even Superman has his kryptonite. An antivirus or a good security program is still a smart move. Ever been told this gem? Incognito mode makes you invisible online. Yeah, about that. Incognito mode is great for keeping your browsing history private on your device, but it doesn't hide you from your internet provider, websites, or any hacker that might be lurking around. It's not a cloak of invisibility. It's more like clearing the crumbs off the table after you eat, but the chef still knows you were there. Last but not least, the myth to end all myths. More expensive is better. This one's tricky because sometimes, yes, you get what you pay for. But when it comes to tech, a higher price tag doesn't always mean you're getting better performance. Fancy branding and sleek design can sometimes inflate the cost without adding much to the actual functionality. So do your research before you buy, and don't let a shiny ad fool you into thinking the priciest gadget is always the best. Sometimes reconditioned can save you a lot of money without sacrificing quality or performance. It just means someone else had a problem. Bonus myth: if it's on the internet, it must be true. We've all been there, scrolling through a post or video that sounds legit, only to find out it's completely bogus. Always check your sources, folks. Not everything you read online is gospel, except this video, of course. See you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.